Alright. What is up, people? The Jedi here. And with some Steelers and Pirates hats in the background. And my yellow... Wait, no. My yellow hat's on that, my black little head thing. My black hat statue thing, so... Pirates hat, yellow Pirates hat with the black beak is what this video is going to be sponsored by. And the Steelers themselves are 5-2. Okay? I will, since we got this out of the way with the Pirates hat and everything, Spider-Man 2. Okay? Let's talk about Spider-Man 2. I know I made a video about Spider-Man 2 is not a decent game, and it was a little cringy video. I was just looking over it today, and I realized that it was good, but I could have doubted, dialed more info into the video, and I wasn't really like sounding sense of why the game was not decent. Basically, the point of that video was to just come on here and to say that Spider-Man 2 was not a decent game. That's basically what that video was. But this video is going to be different. Okay? So, bear with me as I go over everything of why Spider-Man 2. I'm going to speak up the truth. And to remind you, I got some companions out in the yard and some other stuff maybe hopping outside of my house and outside of my room door and everything within the house. So bear with me, you may hear some noise. So, but yeah, let's start right into it. Spider-Man 2. It's not a decent game like people thought, which is true. Because there are some negativity and some good positive reviews of the game. The game is half and half right now, and this is the anniversary month of the game of its release of last year. Came out. The game came out October 20th of 2023, if I'm correct. If I'm correct, please put that in the comment section. I've also had the comment section turned off on the flipping Spider-Man 2 not a decent game video, and to let you know, to let you guys know that I've made that video in January. So, bear with me. You guys can go watch that right now. It's actually very cringy. I've made a cringy video. That was the cringiest video that I probably have made in my entire YouTube career. Well, I mean, I know half my videos are probably other like cringy as well, but that has to be the cringiest video that I've looked at since getting it published onto my channel. And now looking back at it, it's very cringy. So, yeah, let's talk about the first Spider-Man game. Spider-Man the Remastered and Spider-Man PlayStation 4. Basically, Spider-Man PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 Remastered. I think it's for both consoles. I think the remastered one's for both consoles. I don't know. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about that. And yeah. Okay, enough messing around with my neck hair. Where to start? Okay, so about the first game. The first game was kind of decent. It almost seemed like every Spider-Man villain was inside of that first game. And that first game is a huge banger for doing that. But it was long. And I think that's why the other two games are a little bit shorter because of the first one. Because everything's in the first one. So it wouldn't make sense to make another longer game in the process, if you know what I mean. But in addition, people wanted a longer story, where they're expecting a longer story from the last two games, like Spider-Man 2 that just came out last year, and Spider-Man Miles Morales, which we'll get into after I am getting done with this topic. But yeah, how about I show you guys some little footage of, well, not footage, like some little photos of the gadgets that Peter Parker had in the process of why they're not in the game. All right, so he had 8 gadgets, right? Um, he had one of those gadgets. Okay, like a bad startup. He had one of those gadgets that you can like just place onto the wall, and whoever like walks, like, you know what I'm talking about, like, right, like one of those gadgets, instead of he can like it's one of those little web gadgets that you can put on the wall and everything and stuff like that. It's not in the game. Like none of those gadgets are in the game except like I'm gonna say like that one gadget where you can like shoot those little webs, like that extra web shooter. Like you well, once you like blast like the web shooter, like the opponent that you're facing goes flying to the wall and everything. That's kind of in the game when you go. And the game I'm talking about right now, Spider-Man 2, and I'm comparing the first Spider-Man to um, Spider-Man 2. I will be doing the same from Miles Morales to that Spider-Man 2 game that's down. I'm basically comparing all 3 games and why they're different from each other. Right now I'm starting with Peter, then I'm going to start with Miles, then I'm going to start with, get with Spider-Man 2. So right now we're on the Peter topic, actually. If I'm confusing you guys, I apologize. But yeah, we're on the Peter topic because Peter had his game first, then Miles Morales, then they're both in the second game, as you guys already know. So I am dazzling down what else they had in the game as far as the gadgets. They also had like suits, like those suit mods where you can actually use like basically the suits. If you unlock like one of the suits inside of the game, it comes with a suit power, basically, which can be very helpful with Peter Parker, Spider Man, and like his battles and stuff like that. So basically you feel basically like you're overpowered between the gadgets that he has and the suits, like the suit power. And I personally have a favorite suit in the game as of just yesterday. I was playing it and I unlocked the dark suit. The only way you unlock that dark suit, like with the red like spider gem on, like in front of him and in the back of him of the suit and stuff like that. The only way you unlock that is by completing Black Cat's little quests where you go find those little mini cat figures around the city and stuff like that. And speaking of the city, like New York in general, not especially Manhattan. Well, Manhattan, yeah, is part of New York, but like half of the stuff is missing, as people are saying. And what I mean by that is like the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks, they're not in the game. Well, I'm not saying that they should be in the game because obviously sports that's nothing to do with Spider-Man right now, basically. But yeah, like those stuff are cut out of the game. Like I should be able to like swoop past the next stadium. Like I try to find the next stadium. I'm not sure if it's in the game. Whoever knows if that's in the game or not, please let me know. And that seems about it for that topic. I think I included something else. But yeah, the suit power, the gadgets that are that were shown just some time ago. Those are the gadgets that he used to have. They're not in the game now. Only like he like he'll I guess use the gadgets, but it's like in different like animations and stuff in the Spider-Man 2 game. But like you will not be able to use the gadgets that were in the first game of Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So moving on forward, I we'll get to Miles Morales. Let's get with Miles Morales. Okay, Miles Morales. Okay. Uh, the game was good. Miles Morales is good. And also, Peter Parker Spider-Man was like very good. I consider that to be a decent game. Spider-Man Miles Morales is like a little sequel to Peter Parker Spider-Man game, which we know obvious. But the game was good. Now, the only thing about Miles, he doesn't have that many gadgets as Peter has in the process, and that many like mobility in the process. Basically, Miles is like a powered character. Like he's like one of the favorite Spider-Man characters. Kind of favorite Spider-Man characters, but it's like, you know, and also like because of that favoritism of Miles, I will be explaining that in Spider-Man, like when we get to the Spider-Man 2 topic, which we'll get to in shortly. But I am going to show you guys the gadgets that he had in his game to compare to Peter Parker in his game. Now, bear with me that the gadgets that they are going to be using, that they'll be using in their own games, they're not in Spider-Man 2, okay? But they're not in Spider-Man 2, and I will get to that as well when we get to the Spider-Man 2 topic. So, let me show you Miles Morales, his suit mod, like mobility, like what I was talking about with the Peter Parker topic. Yeah, it's the same thing but different. So I'm going to show you Miles Morales gadgets and like suit power mod thingy or whatever that is. Suit like the blah. Speaking too fast. Suit power. Yeah, I'll call it suit power. But yeah, let's get with that right now. Okay. Now, if you look at the gadgets, the only thing that kind of helps Miles in his game is the little droids. Like, remember I was saying that Peter has like a few gadgets that have something to do like with webbing like opponents up onto the walls and ceilings and stuff like that. That's good. That's why Peter is kind of overpowered in his game in the process, and he can just do whatever he wants because he has those gadgets. Miles, you can't really do most of what you were able to do with Peter. Yes, he can disappear. He has electrical powers and stuff like that, but he has not the good gadgets to use. The only thing that's good is like those little electro device. Like he goes onto the ground and you have to press. I'm gonna show you my PlayStation 5 controller for the example and Steelers and everything on here. You have to press like one of these right here in the process in order for that to work. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you like guys have been playing Miles Morales or like haven't touched in a little bit, basically there's like a little electro gadget thing where he just goes onto the ground and you have to like press like little like I should have said joystick instead of showing you my joystick, but the joystick, like the little joystick, and like yeah, to activate it, and then like he has like these little drones that you were like able to like fight against in the training section when you like do the hollow Spider-Man training course thing. That's basically what that is, and that kind of helps him out as well in the process to take the pressure off of him, like off of like the. Basically, what I'm trying to say is those little yellow drum things are very useful for Miles, and that's not in Spider-Man 2 in the process actually. So, and yeah. and his suit power is a little bit different from Peter's. Now, I haven't really been playing Miles Morales. I stopped playing for a little bit, but I was getting with it yesterday and stuff like that. It's really not that bad. Now, the gameplay itself is good. Both gameplays from Miles and Peter's games, they're good. Like they're very, very good. Now, the quests are good and everything in the process. Everything about those two games are just good and like good and unique ways. Okay. And yeah, I didn't despise it. Now, one thing about that Miles Morales game and why it's different from Peter's game is that you can redo the story in Miles' game. In Peter's game, you can't, but you can replay the missions that are good. You can also do that in Miles Morales. That's the difference between Miles and Peter. Miles you can replay the story of Miles Morales in his game, and Peter Parker you can't, but he has cool gadgets and you can go smack around some enemies with those gadgets. To compare to Miles, Miles can't really do that. I mean he can, but it's not like Peter. It's not like Peter. It's not the Peter Parker feel when like when he has the gadgets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between those two games, and from my perspective in the process. Now you guys are probably thinking it doesn't matter. They're just two Spider-Man. They're both overpowered in their own games, basically. Well, yeah, I mean Peter Parker feels more like overpowered, and you can like literally just do anything you want inside Peter's game with those gadgets. Is what I'm saying. To compare to Miles. So yeah, again, yeah, let's get with Spider-Man 2. I'm going to dial down everything of what's wrong and what's right inside the game. Now that I got everything out of the way with those two Spider-Man games in particular. So let's get with Spider-Man 2. Here we go. Alright. There's a bunch to talk about in Spider-Man 2 than to compare to what those other two games had in the process. Now, to remind you, there were some little problems in the game in the process of Peter's and Miles' game, but they were both good in the process. Like I said, in Peter's game, you were able to fight majority of his enemies in the process, and in Miles, you were kind of because Miles was was a rookie in his first start of being Spider-Man in the process. So yeah, but like I was saying, you play Peter's game, it's like you have more freedom to use the gadgets because Peter has good gadgets than what Miles does in his game. But let's put that to the side right now. Let's get with Spider-Man 2. Now, Spider-Man 2, okay? I don't hate the game. The game is good. It's just, there's one problem. The gadgets that Peter and Miles are both using. That's right. They're both using the same gadgets. So like I was saying before, the gadgets that Peter was using in his own game are not in the game. I mean, some might be used in animation-wise when he's trying to take down an enemy in the process, in stealth mode and everything in the process. That might be in the animation or whatever and stuff like that, depending on how you're doing your combat, fighting ability and stuff like that while you're going up against enemies. Yeah, he'll use some of those gadgets, but you won't be able to use them yourself while you're using Peter Parker in the process. And with Spider-Man Miles Morales, his gadgets are not in the game either. Well, why is that? And I'm going to show you what the gadgets look like in the process. So let me do that right now. Okay. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Peter Parker, Spider-Man, are sharing the gadgets. They're sharing the gadgets. And I found like the gadget that's down at the bottom. That's like the best gadget to use in the game. But it's like they're all in cringy ways. Like those guys are not really good at all in the process. And one, those gadgets are literally overpowered itself in the process, which means both Spider-Man are overpowered in the process and like the move settings and like in everything. I'm gonna show you their skill tree together and their like mobility, like their symbiote. What do I want to blabber out? Yeah, I'm just going to show you their skill tree and like their little like abilities, like their power abilities, their superpower abilities, including Peter's symbiote in the process, which I will talk about in the process when we get to that topic of Venom. But yeah, let me show you those two little photos of it and a little and like a little clip, a video clip. So let's do that. So yeah, basically, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the skill tree of two Spider-Man in the process. Okay, I had to raise this a little bit higher. Okay, I'm using my little ring lighter, so the mobile device that I'm using is on the ring lighter in the process. But yeah, so basically, I don't have no problem using two Spider-Man with their skill set and with their superpower abilities that they're able to use, especially with Peter's symbiote and Miles like new like electronic powers. Yes, like two different colors of them, yellow and blue, which is called Venom, like electrical Venom powers, which is kind of bad, I guess. Well, no, it's good, but it's like, why is it called Venom? Weird. Weird. I don't know. Insomniac. And another thing about that though, so we'll get back into the other topics in a little bit. They canceled the DLC. Well, actually, no, like in a second. Actually, we'll get back in the topic in a second. But they canceled the DLC, and I think I know why. Okay, well, half of why, but so basically, Peter's enemies are dead here in this like new modern Spider-Man game. Okay, in Spider-Man 2, Rhino is considered to be either dead or alive. Finn and Miles Morales game, I like kind of like slaughtered Rhino's head. I'm not sure if he survived that or I don't know, but I feel like that Rhino's dead. That Finn killed Rhino and Rhino's no more. Okay? So basically, if that's the case, then the villains that will probably be in Spider-Man 2 are Screwball, Taskmaster, depending on like that, and Chameleon, Carnage, Green Goblin, obviously, Fist, Sandman, Black Cat, and the Lizard. I can see 9 things happening inside the game. Oh, and Dr. Octavius, which is 10. So 10 villains will be in Spider-Man in the next game if they don't mess it up. And I hope they don't mess it up because, I mean, that's one. Those are like the Spider-Man villains I can think of right now in the process. Is those 10 right there in the process. And then like that, they're trying to bring like another Spider-Man character in here, which is Silk. Another Spider-Man character. I don't know. I feel like they should not. I don't know. I feel like they should not. We'll have to see what Insomniac does in the process. But yeah. But back to the topic with the move sets and the skill tree and the super power mobilities that Peter Miles can use in Spider-Man 2. Now, again, I don't have an issue with them. It's just I feel like Miles is favored in this game than Peter, so it almost feels like that they want the game wants you trying to say that Peter is washed. That's basically why this game is the way it is right now, because it's favor of Miles than Peter, and this is Peter Parker's game. He just invited Spider-Man, like that Miles Morales Spider-Man along. If that makes sense. Did I mean to kick this thing? Yeah, I did not mean to move this thing. But yeah, that's basically what it is in the process. They want the game is telling you that Peter Parker is washed. He doesn't have his gadgets anymore to even prove how spectacular he is from his first game. And again, the game is in favor of Miles because again, you're playing two Spider-Man, so it's like, and basically right now, as I am hearing, two Spider-Man are overpowered due to what they have, which is obvious. I get that. Now, let's talk about Venom and with the black suit of Peter Parker. So let's get with that. And then I'll wait. Yeah, we'll talk about Venom and the black suit of Peter Parker. Then I'll get with like the other gadget. Actually, matter of fact, no. Yeah, we'll get with Venom. Yeah, we'll do the Venom topic. Let's do with that right now. All right, so Venom is, you know, a classical Spider-Man character. Why? Excuse me. Because he mimics Spider-Man's abilities and like modern comics, but this is different. This is Insomniac's Venom. Okay, this is not like the Marvel Venom. This is not Marvel's Venom. This is not Spider-Man's Venom. I mean, it is, but this is Insomniac's Venom. They created Venom. Okay, they created. This is Insomniac's Spider-Man franchise. This is not the Spider-Man franchise from the games, as I've heard. And I feel like, I mean, like Harry and yeah, Venom is Harry. Harry's Venom actually, not Eddie Brock, as you guys already know. But why is that? Well, one, Harry was teased to be Venom in like a little critic scene in the in Peter Parker's first game. Basically, that's what it is. That's basically what it is. Do I think it's a good thing that Harry is Venom? Well, kind of. Because, one, Harry, I don't think has no reason to be mad at Peter. Or I felt like Peter should have had the black suit on a little bit longer, and Harry should have just been, I don't know, should have like had something to keep him healing, like to keep him like up and well and healing and everything in the process. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I also felt like Venom should have been a DLC. Like Venom should have been a DLC. I feel like Harry should have been in like some sort of like machine, like some little healing machine, and I feel like Peter should have had the symbiote on longer. And Venom should have been a DLC along with Carnage for this Spider-Man 2 game, but no DLCs because obviously they're trying to get everything repaired like with Wolverine and stuff like that. So right now Spider-Man's not on their little table right now. And one, Sony, this is basically owned by Sony. Insomniac's working with Sony. Sony rushed the Venom arc, like arc 3 of the Spider-Man 2 game. They rushed it, basically. Either Insomniac did or Sony did. If you know who like rushed it more, please put it down in the comment section. But yeah, the game was rushed in the second half of itself. And yeah, it's just not right. And again, companion here of mine outside. But yeah, Spider-Man 2, it just feels rushed. Like at the beginning in the process, I'll take my hat off for a second. Again, this video is sponsored by the Pirates and the Steelers. At the beginning of the game, actually, of Spider-Man 2, they have like shown that Peter Parker was washed just by looking at it in the process. He's washed. Again, the game is favorite of Miles. Everybody's favorite of Miles. They think Miles is better than Peter, but in reality, he's really not. Compared to Peter, has more gadgets and more of like a mobility than Miles in the process, and they don't want the game itself doesn't want just wants you to just know that Miles is better than Peter. That's basically what it is in the process. Okay, Insomniac pretty much just didn't want the gadgets in the game because one, they already knew that Peter's already overpowered in the process. They brought everything from Peter's game into his second game, along with Miles in his game to bring his gadget over into Peter's game. If you know what I mean. But it's like, and here's another thing: the MJ missions. I think I talked about this in my Spider-Man 2 Not Indecent video, but I mean, like, no, not a decent game video. Actually, I said not a decent video, but yeah, the MJ missions were just not my favorite. It's like Venom felt short. The Venom gameplay is good. It just felt short. And I feel like Venom should have had at least Spider-Man powers, if you know what I mean. But I don't know. Spider-Man 2, it just could have been better. Now, one thing for sure, I feel like Kraven should have not been in the game. Again, Kraven should have been in either like a DLC character. No, not even a DLC character. But he should have been in like for the third game. And I feel like that third Spider-Man game should be the last game for the trilogy. In the well, not for the trilogy, like for the last game of the Insomniac franchise. If that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I thought it was going to also do was put all the villains that were in like Miles Morales' game and Peter Parker's game into Spider-Man 2. They didn't do that. They did halfly of the villains. Halfly of the villains. Sandman, he wasn't in the first one, but obviously Peter Parker probably, I guess, mentions like Sandman and stuff like that in his first game. I gotta play the first game a little bit more to like understand in the process, if that makes sense. But yeah. I don't know. Insomniac is in a nutshell right now of the decision making for this game, and I pretty much I'm just blabbering about this topic right now in the process. I think I went over everything of what's wrong with Venom. I guess. Another thing about Venom, it's not even Venom. It just feels like a goo monster just want to take over the world. It's not even Venom. Now, the only thing that Venom does have that's Peter Parker, Spider-Man related is the wall climbing and the spy senses. That's really it. And I guess the grab, like Spider-Man has like webs his opponents and then grabs if this does them. Basically, Venom does that, so I guess that's one as well. Like, it's basically 3 Spider-Man powers that Venom have. The only thing that Venom does not have is the web slinging. The web swinging and like webs, like to create webs and stuff like that. Because so basically that Venom only mimics half of Spider-Man's powers, including the wall climbing and like the grab and the spy senses. Basically, that's basically what that is right now in the process. If you know what I mean. But yeah, I am going to move on to the next topic, which is the anti-Venom. So yeah, we gotta get to that topic right now. Okay, the anti-Venom. Okay. It's fine. Now the reason why that's in the game was because they've taken the black when Peter was done with the black suit and everything and stuff like that, like the black suit Venom version and stuff like that. Us players was like, can we at least get the feel of the black suit and like the symbiote mobilities and stuff like that? And good news, they gave us the anti-Venom suit, and we were able to use the symbiote powers again and stuff like that. And that was actually good, but I kind of wanted to be in a black color, and so what they did was they updated this game this year, and they've bumped back that feature, so we were able to change the date, time, like the daytime hours and stuff like that. Like we can now shift to night and everything. You would have to like just pause, go into the settings and like do that and stuff like that. And you can also change Peter's parry and stuff like that. And yeah, that was about it. I was kind of fine and like fun of that in the process. And they've also gave us like the ability to go do a half cheat version of the story mode missions. As far as like those hunter missions, you only do 4 hunter missions, not the other hunter mission that you were able to do for a whack reason. I do not know why you can't do that, but you have to do that. Cannot do that. But yeah, like I said, half of Spider-Man villains are in the game, not all of them. Half of them are dead. They were referenced within some story missions, within the main story mode missions. So, yeah, like they're dead. Like everybody, half of the Spider-Man villains are dead, basically. So yeah. And you also able to at least do. You can replay some little missions and stuff like that, but it's some missions you can't, which includes those hunting missions, which is so odd. Only 4, but not all the rest of the ones. Yeah, can't do that. Can't. But yeah, the anti-Venom suit, it's fine, but it's I felt like it could have been better if they'd, if that's the case, Harry should have been anti-Venom. Just should have been anti-Venom. Then Venom should have been like hooked on to someone else. I feel like Harry should have made good profit of anti-Venom, basically, if that makes sense. But it's Insomniac's game. This is their story mode. This is like their little storyline for this franchise. And this is their Spider-Man franchise, along with Sony. Sony's also in the mix of helping them as well with this little franchise. So, we can't do anything. We fans can't do anything but watch what Sony's cooking. And like I said, the 10 enemies of Spider-Man will have to be in that third game. If they crumble it like severely, then that's on them. But yeah, half of them are dead except for a few. Now Martin Lee is still alive. I forgot to add him as well, but I think his powers. Tombstone's still alive, but I don't know. Wait. Yeah, it's in my glasses, so I'm gonna put them in the bed. Yep. In the bed. Mine's still in bed. Yeah. I don't know. That'll have to be discussed another day. Or probably not another day, depending on what I would like to do. But, yeah. And another thing, I am going to show you guys another gadget thing. So, as a matter of fact, no, gameplay-wise. So, yeah, let's talk about gameplay-wise, and I'm going to show you that topic right now. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Okay, that's basically what it is. I kind of find this feature more and more good, especially for stealth missions and stuff like that. But and plus stealth missions are not really like, I won't say, yeah, like the stealth missions are kind of good. Well, for MJ missions, yeah, but it's like, I don't know. But yeah, like back to like game wise, like gameplay wise and everything. Now, gameplay wise, you can like like if a person, if like once you get done like doing a crime, a civilian gets hurt, you can take them to the ambulance. I kind of find that good as well, and you can like web glide around the city with those little web wings and stuff like that. You can glide around the city and stuff like that. A little Batman thing. Um, you can pretty much fast travel anywhere without using those little fast tokens and everything. But yeah, you can fast travel anywhere now and then. Um, um, I mean, yeah, that's kind of it. There's really nothing inside the game. I mean, gameplay wise is good. The combat is good. I mean, those little side missions are good now and then. Yeah, like everything. Yeah, I'm just not really into the Spider-Man thing. Like, this Spider-Man 2 game is just, it's fine, but it's like once you do like everything in the process, like the flight missions was good, and like I was saying, that Carnage guy might be in the new game. If they don't put him inside the new game, they're cooked. Insomniac is cooked. But I hope he's in the new game, or they decide to make a DLC. But yeah, I'm just not really into it. But yeah, as your host, the Jedi is out, I guess. And I will put in some Mortal Kombat, some Mortal Kombat or Madden videos after this video that's going to be posted on my channel. But yeah, if you made it far into this video enough, I have dialed down some details in the process of why this game is so much different from those two games, Peter and Miles, in the process. So, as your host, the Jedi is out.